Oh, yes, it's recording. Okay. So for those of you who are brand spanking new to this whole universe of essential oils, welcome. What we are going to do is we're just going to baby step from, for the next 8 days. And I love that because I love learning in little chunks at a time. And I wish years ago that someone would have told me some of this stuff. Like y'all probably have received my email, and let me know if y'all are not receiving my emails. In my email, I had put that I'm a mom of 4 kiddos. We're always busy. The oldest one is 17. The youngest one is 10. I have a husband. We all have busy lives. And we weren't always healthy before. And so Ningxia Red was one of the things. When I decided to do this immunity kit or winter wellness kit, I thought Ningxia, like that's got to be the first thing. So y'all heard some of my testimonies in the email already, but I'm just gonna let some of the other leaders in here talk also about their experiences with Ningxia Red. And then y'all are free to ask any questions y'all want. At the end of all of this, you're going to be receiving recipes from me, and I've made like Ningxia Red gummies before and all kinds of different stuff, different cocktails. And so y'all will receive all of that from me. But just know that Ningxia Red is Young Living's best seller out of all the 1,000+ products. It's Ningxia Red. Probably because it's easy, number one. You don't have to take very much of it at all. We tend to keep ours in the fridge just because it's easier. A lot of times we'll have the packets on the go. I know one of my Young Living members, she keeps a whole box of the packets in her vehicle, which is smart because it's great for sugar cravings. It's great if you're hungry. I'm just gonna let some of my leaders talk about their experiences with Ningxia Red. So just know that Ningxia Red is safe for pregnant ladies. It's safe for pets. I've even experienced different pets drinking Ningxia Red for gut health. So anyway, just know that it's very safe for everybody. And it's so great, especially if you're pregnant, especially if you're little kids, even if they just get a little bit. You can't overdose on this stuff. Our little 10-year-old loves Ningxia, and I have to watch her because she will sneak it from the fridge any chance she gets, which is fine. And our 17-year-old, not so much. So anyway, I am going to let Michael go first because Michael has some awesome testimonies. So Michael, you got the floor.
Okay, so you want me to talk about the Ningxia or whatever, or?
I guess talk about the Ningxia, and then if you want to talk about the CBD, you can also, even though CBD is not in our winter wellness kit, but whatever your heart wants to talk about.
Okay, so with me, the Ningxia Red helped me with lowering my cholesterol. I've suffered with cholesterol from genetics, and using medication really wasn't getting the numbers where they needed to be. And I know I did like a jump start that you had did, Diane, where it was nothing but Ningxia. And with that, I mean, my cholesterol, I think, how long was that? Like a week or so?
Yeah, I think that was it 7 days at that time?
I think so. Yeah, so we drink a lot of Ningxia during that 7 days. And then the week after, I had actually blood work scheduled, and come to find out that my cholesterol dropped down 20 points.
Whoa, I don't remember that. That's amazing.
My cholesterol numbers dropped 20 points from doing that within the 7 days. So, I mean, for me, it really helped with maintaining my cholesterol levels. I know it's like a little boost, not too powerful like an energy drink, but sometimes you may need that extra push throughout the day, and that's something that I will take probably around noon, and it just gets me through without having to be sluggish or tired. aside from that, I mean, that's something I do daily. I mean, about an ounce or two is all you really need. I mean, technically, you probably just need an ounce, but I normally do 2 ounces. It also helps with my anxiety. It also helps with that too, as far as helping with that. Aside from the Ningxia, my biggest takeaway from Young Living would probably be the CBD. Um, I would say it probably saved my life, to be honest, because I was probably at my lowest where I just didn't want to have nothing to do. I didn't want to have to do nothing anymore because I tried medications, I tried therapy, like nothing was really helping. And I mean, I don't think if it wasn't for this, my mom meeting Diane and Diane pursuing me to try CBD, because I've tried other ones and they just were just making me tired like a zombie. So I just didn't want to have to try something else again. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, with Diane's experience and her knowledge and percent, I mean, like I said, it really, honestly, I believe saved my life. And yeah, it's just been amazing with the CBD. I know when I first took it, immediately, like, to be honest, within 30 minutes, I felt like a boost of energy. Like, because I had been feeling down and depressed, like not wanting to do nothing. And with me, like I said, literally in 30 minutes, I completely felt the difference. Now, before I was taking it every day to help me, and now I don't really need it every day. I mean, there's times I go maybe three. Yeah, there's times I maybe go 3 to 4 days. Like, I think the last time I had CBD was probably sometime last week.
Wow.
And yeah, it's just, I don't, like I said, I guess my body's so used to it now that I just need it whenever I need it. So, I mean, that's just my big takeaway from Young Living is the CBD has really changed my life forever.
Yes, and that's so awesome. And I know that we didn't do anything with CBD this time around, but
Hmm.
I have something planned for the future. So
Yeah.
yeah, Michael's testimony on the CBD is like fantastic. And normally it takes about a week for you to start seeing results on the CBD. And Young Living was the very first farm to be certified organic out of every farm, and ours is pure CBD. So Michael, thank you so much for all of that. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was all you that helped me. So.
Oh, well, it wasn't me. It was God. And thank goodness,
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
was introduced to Young Living like about 4.5 years ago. And that's a story
Hmm.
for another time. It's kind of
Yeah,
a funny story and it involves poison oak. So we won't
yeah,
go there right now. But
yeah,
but anyway, it's such a blessing. It is.
yeah. It really is. To be honest, I really think it is. But yeah, like I said, it really changed my life forever.
Oh, that's so awesome, Michael. Oh, you're such a blessing, Michael.
Thank you.
Yay. And then Cindy, do you want to talk about your experience with Ningxia? Is Cindy there?
Hold on. Okay,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Hi. Well, mine is several products, not just one in particular. I know, like, I guess we can go back to the Ningxia, because I know that was the main one we were talking about. The Ningxia, kind of like what my son said, the energy levels, even just I know when we did the weight loss challenge, just drinking that, I mean, you've got a boost of energy, plus you don't realize it. Sometimes you've gone the whole day without eating, but you're not really missing any nutrients. But at the same time, you're losing the weight.
I
And
remember you saying that. You had said how you
mhm.
weren't even eating and you weren't hungry at all.
Well, now I got to get back on track, because obviously I got off track somewhat. But yeah, so I know you're getting ready to do that challenge again, so I'm excited to start that. But I know also with my husband, when I first started, you know, with all of the different essential oils, the supplements, a drink, he wasn't too happy or too excited, I guess, about the oils themselves. But once I started having him try the drink and the supplements, I mean, he's hooked. He doesn't go a day without at least an ounce of the Ningxia. And of course, you know, there's like another, I guess, sidekick to it, which is a Ningxia Nitro, which is kind of like your energy boost, and additional energy boost. And I know when he works overnights, he takes that, and that like takes him through the whole night. And I know some of the guys ask him, what do you do? Why do you have so much energy? And these are younger guys than him. And they're like, you just never stop. Like, he doesn't tell them anything. He's like, well, I'm just doing what I gotta do. But, and he'll feel it. He'll like, when he goes out of town, he'll be like, oh, I forgot to bring the drink. And I felt it, like the energy difference. So to him, like, he's faithfully on that, you know. And also the supplements, which like the extra vitamin C, D, B, and he has those every morning lined up, ready, you know, to take with him. And of course, myself too, with all those supplements too. Also along the lines with my son about the CBD. I mean, not the CBD, sorry, the cholesterol. And I remember sharing this with you too. That was the only medication that I was on. And I was like, I need to get off of it. I want to get off of it because of course it was genetics. Right. And I didn't want to take it anymore. So I went to my doctor and told her I wanted to try all natural. And she didn't actually hesitate to wean me off. She just really told me, okay, go ahead and stop and do what you're going to do. And then we're going to check your lab work, you know, in a month or so. And I'm like, okay. So that's when I started doing, I guess, one of the supplements, the omega Jais, which is like cholesterol, for cholesterol. And then of course, doing the drops of lemongrass in my water. And my levels, you know, were totally different. So I've been able to, I guess, wean off of that and stay off of it. And even also other family members with that have taken different products as well, the Ningxia and other supplements, yeah, that they've had you know, the same effect as far as their blood work, you know, all the levels coming down. And I know probably Diane, you mentioned in all the I guess the information you sent on kind of its equivalence of his antioxidants and everything just in that drink itself. And yeah, like I said, I know that several people, like I said, that have family members that, you know, that of course have been taking the supplements or the drinks, and how it's made a difference with them health-wise overall as well.
Yes. So, and that's something that I didn't mention in the email, is where Ningxia comes from. Well, I don't think I mentioned it.
Oh, yeah.
So when Gary Young was alive, he went all around the world looking at different plants, looking at what herbs that native country was using. And he had a translator with him, and he went to China, and he noticed that everyone was living so long. They're actually called centurions over there because they live over 100 years old. And he was asking them, what are y'all eating? What are y'all drinking? It's this berry. It's called a Ningxia wolfberry. And anyway, it's kind of very similar to a goji berry. And so anyway, so he tried growing the Ningxia wolfberry plant in Utah, which is where one of our farms is at. And it grew, but not with the same chemical composition as in China. So he said, forget it, we're getting it from China. So Ningxia Red comes from China. We have our farm over there, and we have farms around the whole world. And all the farms, there's no pesticides, no chemicals sprayed on any of the crops, and the lands have to be virgin lands, meaning nothing else could have been grown in those lands. So it's very potent. It's very pure. I like to just do like an ounce or so in my water. I, you know, fill the rest up with water and ice. Sometimes I'll do a drop of lemon oil, essential oil, and it tastes really good. So I love that. And so Cindy, thank you so much for that testimony. That's awesome. I knew that it was helping with the cholesterol. I've heard that many times. So you're not the only one that said that.
I have a question.
Yes.
On that, whatever they're taking for the oil, I mean, the tip for the energy,
Yes.
does it have flavor?
Are you talking about the Ningxia Nitro that she had mentioned, or Ningxia?
I think she's talking about the drink. Yeah, she's talking about that drink, Diane.
Yes, so this does have a flavor. You got it in your kit, right? In your starter kit?
Jennifer doesn't have it. She's one of the ones that I didn't get to get, but
Okay,
yeah, I gotta
that's
get it
okay.
to her.
You're gonna be getting this in your kit. It comes in pouches also, Jennifer. And so put the pouch in the fridge. It tastes better cold. I've never tasted it lukewarm or anything, but I've heard that it doesn't taste very good. Anyway, put it in the fridge, and then you can just drink the whole thing. In the pouch, it's 2 ounces. So you can drink the 2 ounces if you want. If you want to just kind of pinch it and drink, you know, a little bit. It looks like a Capri Sun type of thing. And yes, it does have a taste to it. How would y'all describe the taste?
It's probably like tart berries, like a tart berry taste, I would say. And it's not really a bad flavor.
It looks bad.
Yeah, it looks bad,
not.
but it's more like I would say it tastes like tart berries, to be honest.
Yes, and to me, I tell people it tastes kind of between pomegranate, blueberry, cherry juices, like all together. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what it tastes like.
So I just had my daughter was here listening to us, and so she wanted to try it. So the 10-year-old chimed in on how it tastes. She was like, "Oh, it's kind of strong," and then she poured Sprite in it. She thought it tasted better that way. So,
yeah.
But I always make a little cocktail out of mine and put some sparkling water in it and cut it a little, because to me it's kind of strong, and that way it replaces my wine, so I feel healthier.
Yes, that's what I do with my water. Like Chris, my husband, will normally just, you know, shoot a little bit, like maybe in a shot glass, just like that. But to me, I like to sip on it throughout the day. So, yes.
Yeah, my husband does a shot like Chris does, but then like with the kids every morning, I put a shot in their smoothie. So I'll make them a smoothie and then do a shot of Ningxia. And sometimes I'll do like just water or almond milk, whatever they want. And I mean, they're fine with it, but there's times when I don't have time to make a smoothie and they'll just take a shot of it and they're fine with it. And even me, when I drink it, I'm fine. I mean, I don't think I ever have diluted it or with water. Like I like the flavor, but again, everybody's got different tastes.
Yes. And normally, so this wellness box is kind of taking the place of, I used to do make and takes all the time before COVID. And for a lot of the make and takes, I would make Ningxia pops is what we would call them. And right, Cindy, the kids would come in there and, you know, we would freeze them, and it has, you know, either frozen raspberries, and blend it all together, or banana or whatever. And the kids went crazy. So y'all will be receiving all those recipes at the end of these 8 days also. That way you can make your own. The kids loved it. And they didn't even know Ningxia's in there, but Ningxia's in there. Yes, awesome. So who else? What about Betty? Betty, do you want to speak up about your testimony with Ningxia Red?
Hi, everybody. So yeah, I was doing that for quite a while, and that helped. I think that impacted lowering my sugars, my A1Cs. They've been under 6 for quite a while. I've taken a different route for weight loss, and I've dropped a lot there. So I just got to remember, like Cindy says, I'm supposed to have 3 separate meals and tend to forget or tend to not have enough time for the second meal. But having the Ningxia, yeah, that helps to supplement that and not be hungry until dinner comes around.
Yes. Yes, that was so exciting about your A1Cs dropping. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Betty, for sharing. And then Chelsea, do you want to share how you drink Ningxia Red? I don't know, Chelsea. Hi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm doing dishes and things
No,
like
you're
that. But yeah, I just kind of just shoot it straight up. That's it. I just take a drink. It doesn't bother me at all.
That's awesome. And then the kids, do you give any to the kids? What ages are your kiddos?
Yeah, I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. So my 5-year-old, he's pretty picky. It's tough to get anything that looks different in him. So we haven't tried that just yet. My 2-year-old would probably do it. I just haven't started it. Can I go ahead and start her on that?
You can. I would recommend just doing a little bit, maybe even less than an ounce. Just see how, the 2-year-old likes it and then go from there. Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm really interested in that popsicle recipe because they'd eat any kind of popsicle. So I would probably be able to get it in them that way.
Yes. And the recipe doesn't call for very much Ningxia, but you can always add more too.
Oh, great.
Yes, perfect. And then good. Thank you, Chelsea, for letting us know how you use it. And then Susan, you want to jump in and tell us how you use Ningxia? Let me see.
Hello.
Hey, Susan.
Hi, how is everybody tonight?
Good. Thanks for joining us. You found the link?
I found the link. I'm sorry. It was a long day.
No, you're fine.
But my husband and I, we have the Ningxia Red, and as I make coffee in the morning for us, I fill up a glass for me and I drink it, and then I have one waiting there with his cup of coffee and he drinks his Ningxia Red. And when we're needing an extra little boost, especially because the days have been kind of rainy and cloudy, and I need the sun shining on me, so I have, I'm not doom and gloom. But anyway, the Ningxia, help me out. Zing? No. Is it Zing?
Yeah, Ningxia Zing.
Yep, that's the one. The little, they really help us out. So we really are enjoying the product. Yes, Nitro. Thank you.
Yes. So what they're talking about is there's a Ningxia Nitro, which is like a little tube. It kind of looks like a small toothpaste tube. It's not a paste, it's a liquid. And that is like a natural 5-hour energy. And then Susan also mentioned Ningxia Zing, and that it looks like a Red Bull, a natural Red Bull. So anyway, and they have different tastes to them, but yeah, those provide like extra energy whenever you need it. Yes, that's so awesome. Yay, thank you, Susan, for saying that. And then Susan also mentioned doom and gloom days, and these days have been just kind of nasty and rainy and murky. So something else that's in y'all's kit that we're going to get to on day 8 is super vitamin D. Many people are low in their vitamin D, and especially when the sun isn't out, we're not absorbing that vitamin D. And vitamin D, I consider that our joy supplement. And so I can totally tell, guys, especially when our teens have not taken their vitamin D, like they're all moody, crabby, and I'm like, oh gosh, please go take your vitamin D. So anyway, we'll get to that on day 8, but just know that y'all have something in your wellness box that is great for mood enhancing along with your immunity boosting. So what kind of questions do y'all have so far before we end? Any questions? Has anybody tried it? Any new people have put it in the fridge and tried it yet, or are y'all waiting?
I'm waiting.
Waiting, awesome.
I'm gonna start tomorrow.
Yay, awesome. Yes, put it in the fridge. I normally drink mine in the morning. I think a lot of people drink theirs in the morning. Sarah says she uses it like a cocktail in the evening. So either way, it doesn't have caffeine in it, so you could take it whenever. I like having that first thing in the morning to kind of just, flood my system.
Get you going.
Good stuff. Yes, precisely. Yes. Awesome. Yay, great job. And then anybody else, has anybody else tried it yet, or y'all are waiting? All right, so if there's no more questions, then we will be back tomorrow night. And like I said about Ningxia, Ningxia is going to be safe for kids, safe for animals, safe for pregnant mommies, actually very, very good for pregnant mommies, great for eye health. There's just so many benefits with Ningxia Red. So
Oh yeah, I had one last thing. I had my friend use it for when she was pregnant for morning sickness, and she said that it helped her a lot.
yay, who was that?
It was one of my salon friend. She had, yeah, one of her friends was trying to do something with morning sickness, and that helped her. Drinking the Ningxia helped her with that. So
So I've heard of that before, and I've also heard of it helping with allergies too. So if you suffer from allergies, like, just kind of neat to know. And anyway, it's exciting. And then so Sarah is saying, where was that when I had morning sickness? Precisely. Hello.
Also, Diane, one thing it helps with too is the sweet craving.
Yes, we didn't even talk about that. Sugar cravings. Yes. Yes.
Not me.
My boyfriend has a big sweet craving.
So then he needs to drink this.
Do you,
Yes.
do you have them by the gallon? I'm just
I
kidding.
wish. Yeah, I wish. I know, guys, you know.
I mean, there's so many different benefits from it until you try it. And then, you know, everybody has, once they've tried it, their own testimony on, you know, what it does or how it helps more on, you know, certain people, different things than others, or different areas, I guess. As you saw, like you know, like my aunt was with her A1C levels, and then with us with our cholesterol, and then with morning sickness, with sweet, you know, your sweet craving. Definitely, if also, like you said, if you're trying to lose weight, I mean, it helped, because remember when we were doing that challenge, I was always worried, I'm not eating, I've gone all day, but I remember you telling me it has a lot of nutrients in it. I mean, you're still getting, you know, your nutrients. And I know, like my cousin Melissa, the one that's doing it, she's an RN, so she's always on the go. And I mean, like, I think even now she said she drinks like 4-6 ounces a day, because she takes those pouches with her, and she's, of course, with everything going on right now, she's on the go nonstop.
Yeah.
And so she's lost a lot of weight, and I'm just like, oh my God, you know, and not intentionally, but it's just, she's, you know, like, I don't have time, I'm just busy at work and just taking it. And but I feel fine. And I think about last month we had met up to go eat, and she was like, God, this is probably the first big meal I've had in a long time. But it's because she was just getting that energy boost that she needed, you know, because of work. But yet she still needed something in her body, which of course that nutrients that in the drink that helped her. And at the same time, she's lost weight.
Yeah, it's amazing. You can't get better nutrients than this. And it has a prebiotic in it also, which is food for the probiotic, which we'll talk about also during our 8 days and how important that is. So it's great for gut health and immune system support and all the things. And guys, many of you know our story, but my husband had to be vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated, and our 4 kids are not vaccinated. And I honestly don't know how we haven't gotten COVID yet. Knock on wood. Watch tomorrow I end up with COVID or something. I'm probably like jinxing myself, because one of our 17-year-old, he played basketball yesterday, and one of his teammates, his best friend, tested positive for COVID today and was playing yesterday and felt fine yesterday. So I'm like, let's get the Ningxia out, you know? So it's crazy. Like, I feel like we are just surrounded by everything, and I honestly don't think that any of it's going away. So y'all should see my stash of Ningxia Red. Like, I probably have about 4 bottles like stashed away, and we take a little bit but I'm thinking, ooh, like I want to hold on to it in case we do come down with COVID. I don't know. That's probably backwards thinking. I'm also, you know, thinking about preventing it too by drinking a little bit. But part of me is like, oh, I got to hold on to it in case our whole family of 6 ends up coming down with it. I don't know. So anyway, it's great for your immune system. If y'all read my email, y'all know that, you know, we go from our oldest son didn't like the taste of it, refused to take it, and came down with bronchitis and breathing treatments. The next year, same thing, ended up taking it. He pinched his nose, stinker, because he does not like the taste of it. I'm like, whatever you do, you've got to take this. And he ended up getting over his coughing that he had. So stinkers, whatever you got to do, right? Just get it done. So super awesome. Well, are there any other questions that y'all can think of?
When can we purchase?
I will get you the link. Cindy, will you be able to get her the link?
Yes, I will, Diane.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And that's something else. Anybody that is in our Young Living family, I also give my resources to, which is a Thieves Household Cleaner. And I want to see what your family needs. So one of my brand new members, I asked her, I said, what does your family need? She said, we're under stress, we don't sleep good, we have allergies. So that's what I gave her in the welcome kit. So keep that in mind also. I'll be asking.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, all right, guys. So y'all have a great evening and we will talk to y'all tomorrow night.
Good night.
All right, good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.